Hey there. I just recorded a 22-minute long video of Let Us Talk. And when I set my foot on the tripod, it was looking at me and then I spun it around. So, this is you guys had a view of the corner the whole time. So, I'm just gonna put a still image of me and just listen to it as a podcast because I'm not recording the 22 minutes again. And just listen away. You don't have to watch. So, yeah. That sucks. Ha, we're back. How we doing? How's everyone been? I've been pretty good. I've been busy like a bee. Uh, Ultra productive today alone. Where do I start? Life. Okay. New job. Awesome. Cool. Swish. I don't know the last time I did one of these is, so I'm just gonna talk about everything and ramble until Ben gets here. So we got plenty of time. Strap in. Um, Okay. I work for this sports card breaking media company called Swish. People stream and open packs. People buy the right for the teams of those packs. For example, we open NBA boxes of Topps Chrome and a retail. I don't even know the numbers, made up numbers, but let's just say retail is for 1,200. People can bid and have the right to every Celtics player that comes out. And then, the Celtics spot can get a Jason Tatum autograph, Jaylen Brown, blah, blah, blah. You buy those for a cheaper get in price rather than buying the whole box itself. Let's just say you buy the rights for $150. You multiply that by 30, that's 4,500, 30 teams, $4,500 on a 1,200 box. That's not the correct profit number. It's actually way less than that, I think. Sometimes they lose money. They lose money on breaks. But anyway, that's the business. I run the socials. It's going well. We're at like a soon to be unlock period. And what does that mean? I've explained this before, but like unlock periods are like moments of like huge growth for the company. I myself in the first month was an unlock period for them. Like I doubled their followers from 10,000 to 20,000. We're at like 21 something right now. Um, Slowed down because we had to let somebody go on my team, or I let somebody go on my team, and hiring more. Just need extra manpower. We have like 6 accounts. We need volume posts going up, yada yada. And there's only 2 of us, me and this other kid. So that's work. Okay, nice. It is challenging in the sense where there's so much that can be done, and I'm really like learning and understanding prioritization way more than I did at W. I also learned like how not great W was for enabling people to do their best. um, I still keep in contact with a couple people at W, kind of more than half the company. Talk to a couple of them like on a week to week basis, and then a couple others like just like infrequently or just like check-ins. But I've talked to the couple that I talk to more frequently. I've expressed, and they understand and kind of can see where W isn't able to let the people inside the company grow or reach their potential, which is super interesting because I grew a ton at W, and like there's nothing but nothing but good things to say about my time at W. But towards the end, I felt like more bored and stuff like that. And I wanted to do more, but due to budget restraints, and then also, um, it seemed like the senior leadership team at the end didn't love me. And also, when you don't, trust somebody, the ideas get shot down. They put a bunch of equity or a bunch of they trust this one person probably to run everything. Not run everything. The marketing team was just whack. Let's just say that. But yeah, like it could have been better, but I don't want to like turn it into that. Anyway, um shout out Mitch and Ashton if you're watching this, which I know neither of them are. You guys are the best. Yeah, I want to talk about Mitch for a second because he's someone who I appreciate so much, and it stinks how my last week at W kind of wrapped up. Um, I gave my 2 weeks, and then it seemed like I gave my 2 weeks or actually, so I would be leaving the day before or like the week before like relaunch. They were doing like 2.0 stuff. So I was like fully there through relaunch and helped them relaunch everything. And I was doing so much. And it felt like the last 2 weeks, they just wanted more and more and more out of me. And I was doing more and more and more. But it felt like just because some external optics and some like back channels that people didn't think I was working as hard, which is exactly the inverse. So like Mitch and I had like a little discussion towards the end, and he was like, and I kind of like told him, and I was candid. I was like, dude, like I'm working harder now than if ever before. Like I'm trying to get this done. Like I don't want to leave it. I literally left it. So the only thing I did not deliver was one dumb edit that I should have done, um, which is on me, like hand up. Like I should have just spent the extra hour doing that, but I just didn't end up doing that on that last Friday, and then that was it. So but besides that, like I left in good graces with everyone, but I felt like Mitch and they just wanted more and more and more from me. And then looking at the socials now, like there isn't consistent posts coming up. Like I was posting almost daily, if not every other day. And now that I'm gone, they're like very quiet. There's been no growth. Jake's had some cool moments that I think I would have been able to capitalize that they had. Like I understand I'm an asset, but I don't think they understood it as much. And just speaking candidly, it sucks that I ended on a bad, like, what felt like a bad note for someone who I respect and want to continue to learn from and have a conversation with. I reached out to him and sent him a message. I probably should have called, but there's only so much I can do. And he's like, literally, I respect and look up to him. Like, it's so interesting how W has worked because they hire absolute killers from Olivia, Matt, Avery, Mitch, Woody, uh, like I'm even throwing myself in that basket. Like just absolute people who like can get shit done, and when you allow them to do so, you just achieve so much. But then with the hierarchical, I don't know if that's a word, but with the hierarchy of the Jake Paul sphere tied in with like expectations of greatness, and like it just didn't work the way I think they wanted it to. But I digress. So that brings me back to Swish. I'm cooking. I'm loving life. Things are going super, super well. Uh, Outside of work, like I'm lifting a bunch. I'm taking a music production class now. Kale, what happened to comedy? I talked about this before, but like with my brain and the way things work, I just like hyper focus on something. And this is funny because I've been hanging out with Sean recently, and I've been helping with this board game he's building. This guy Brian, who's super super cool, new name to the pod. He's like another comedian. He's dropping his special on his Don't Tell special, which is like a super sick like YouTube thing. I'll make sure to put everyone onto that when it comes out. Is dropping in June, but it's something where I'm around these comedians and I'm like, oh, like it's fun to be entertaining and make people laugh. But then I go to something like Friday night. I went to a show with Luke and Ashton, and Tal said this before, and all credit to Tal. It's like my happiness is just pushed past like 10 out of 10 when I'm around music and entertainment that's like music. Comedy is awesome. I think doing the Comedy Cellar show was cool. It showed me I can do it, and it wasn't even like a great set. Like I could have done it better. Like looking back, like if I continue to stay down stay down that path, uh, comedy could be something for me. But it's just something in the moment where I don't want to focus on. But I have like a good 5 minutes if I ever want to try to do something with it and continue to grow. But that brings me to music production. So I'm taking this music production class. It's okay. I'd probably say it's not the best class. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. I'd probably wish I just like hired a tutor in New York City to get like more out of it. Like I don't get that much out of it. But after it, it's like 4 weeks left, 3 weeks left maybe. And after that, I will probably just dial in and like find someone in the city who can just teach me and have like one-on-one sessions. Because the way the class works, there's two other people. There's this one kid who's annoying, and if you're listening to this, I'm so sorry, dude. But he just asks. He's not listening to it. This is a on a public forum, so you never know. But he doesn't ask like questions really, but he just makes like the most annoying jokes ever consistently every 3 minutes. And then like our professor or teacher's older, so he doesn't understand them. And then the professor or teacher has to like ask about these questions and doesn't understand what the jokes are. So then the class just gets derailed every 5 minutes. I digress. So anyway, I hope the class becomes something better, and if not, it's fine. I'm just gonna continue to like learn about like music production and DJing and the music world, and try to dive deep down into that. Lifting's going great. 215, 225, no, nope. Um, I was sick for like a week, maybe a bit longer, about a month and a half ago, and lost a lot of weight. I was back down to like 134. I'm back up to like 140, jumped up pretty easily, back dialed in. Um, but 225 in a couple weeks, probably. I haven't been benching that much either. Like, I was like focused or like on month to month basis, I'll focus on like certain muscle groups more than others. Previously, it was like always chest, and then before that was like tricep, and then before that was a bit of back. I kind of started out loving back. Back's the best day, and then I quickly switched to chest, and then I haven't really ever focused on shoulders, and I have weak shoulders, so I've been really trying to work on my shoulder strength. I don't really care about size anymore, just like functionality, strength, and stuff like that. And then legs too. Like today, I'm gonna go hit legs with Ben, and then just want to make sure. And then what else? New room, new apartment in September. I'm excited for that. Looks like I'll move in with Ben, Duke, Milo, maybe a different fourth. Don't know who the fourth exactly will be. Um, the apartment situation's been interesting. I've been doing exponentially too much for living with two other people, but it is what it is. So that's that. I mean, not gonna complain. Like I'm very thankful about everything. Uh, and then I want to take a second side and talk. I've oh my god, there's so much to talk about, which is nice. Um, I think things are like going very well in my life. I'm very, very thankful. I talked about this a couple. I know last time I was like, oh, like job. Now that job's going good. Once I settle in, like girlfriend is the next step. That is for sure like on the radar now. Spending more time focusing on that. And what does that mean? I think it just means confidence for me. I think I've been not a confident human for a bit far too long. Always comparing myself to other people, whether it's education or status, as in like college degree, that's education, or status as in like what they're doing and have accomplished, and then also monetary, and then also just like looks, candidly. And I think that's something I've battled with in general, is just being so harsh on myself. Like if I'm not the best human out there, then why, like, the person I want to be with, I think should only deserve the best. So then how do I become the best version of myself? So I think just confidence in general, and like it's something I'm working on. It's going pretty well. I'm definitely way more confident than I was weeks and months ago. And the summer's, I think, only going to be better for me. Mental health's been at like, knocking on wood, but at like a really all-time high. I still deal with like these OCD thoughts and these anxiety moments, but now I'm so much better equipped to, I take them in, I don't fight them, like I feel them, and like they just now are just like, letting an ocean wave crash on you, just letting it wash, like John Bellion wash. Just letting like whatever that feeling is wash over you, good or bad, and letting it pass rather than trying to fight it. So that's been super dope and cool. Like no crazy panic attacks or like weird anxiety moments where I need to call someone. Like I think the last time was like me calling my dad, freaking out like 6 or 8 months ago. Um, maybe when did I call anyone else? Ben, I don't know. Yeah, it's probably been a while though. So that's that. And then besides that, I think life's been on the up. Visited New York like 5 times this year already, which is great. I've seen my dad 3 times already, which is great. I think at this point last year I'd only seen my dad once or twice and my mom once. Just trying to stay active and travel, and like on weekends I'm not doing anything, especially in the winter. Like just traveling back home is nice. I like being in the city during the summer, which kind of feels like an inverse play for city people. They like being out during the summer, but there's so much to do here, and being out and about in the city, I think, especially as I'm newer, is worth it for me to stay and be in the city. So if you want to visit, text me, but I'm probably not dipping out anytime soon. Uh, have work trips and stuff coming up. I'm so excited to see Tao run on nationals if he makes it. And then if he doesn't make it, that's fine, because we'll have the best concert and the best time ever at this John Bellion concert on Thursday at Red Rocks, going to Colorado. So like it's a win-win regardless. Being with him and Ty is going to be so fun. And then yeah, I mean, summer's cruising. I mean, it's May 24th. We're already about to be, you know, I don't know when the official start of summer is. Kind of feels like it's Memorial Day weekend, which would be the start of summer. I don't know what day exactly it is. But, yeah, I'm doing well. It feels good to do well. I think I should be a bit more hydrated today, to be honest. Uh, but yeah, like I woke up, I like did all my laundry, did all my bedding, washed everything. It's pouring, by the way. So I walked to the grocery store and walked home with four so heavy bags, soaking wet. My hands hurt. My shoulders were tired, like from farmer's carries, basically. I was soaking wet, but we're doing well. We're doing well. Ashton also, I want to shout out Ashton and Ben. Both of them have been like the go-to friends in the city over the past couple weeks, months. Ben especially, he's someone I can just talk to, and like we definitely aligned on a ton of things when it comes to improving life, achieving more, but also not putting too much pressure on ourselves. And we're very similar, I think, in like like a similar like not like OCD mindset, but it's like we like to obsess over things and things kind of take over from time to time and like just working through that or like, embracing it, whatever it may be. And then him and I always have great conversations. And then Ashton, I think, is someone like who is so much like me on like a personality level, is like outgoing, loves people. Our sense of humor is the exact same. Every time I've never had anything like this besides with my brothers, so all credit to Ashton. Is like anytime we're together, we're laughing a bunch. Like when we were working together at W, the amount of times when no one else was in office and him and I would be belly laughing or like crying from tears, and then him and I have been hanging out. And we walk down the street and we're still making each other laugh so hard. Um, it's been good times, which is nice. Unfortunately, he's moving out of the city, which fucking kills me. But you know, to each their own. I think he's kind of finding his own path, which is super super dope, and like it's probably good for him to get out and see, to look at things from the outside in when it comes to his city perspective. Like he moved here thinking W would be a bit different. We all did, I guess, and now he's just figuring that out. So I think, it's good for him, and I'm excited for his next steps. And then what else is there? Been playing a bit of guitar. I'm so close to having Stick Season down by Noah Khan. Like so close, like from front to end playing it. Um, Not good. Like I'm not good at guitar, but it's like fun, and it's just like something where it's so fun. Like I have these little things I like to do. Like for example, comedy. It's like, oh, I want to perform in front of people and do that. Did that? Check it off the box. One of them is a DJ set at like Elsewhere or like Mr. Like just a cool club that I can be like, oh yeah, I've played there before. And then another one is just, I think it's like throwing a party and then having like, I don't know why I see these things happening, and they usually do happen. And then the other one, I think I've talked about this before, but it's like playing Stick Season with everyone, but it's like I'm not even singing, I'm just singing it, and it's like all my friends, or it's at a party where like everyone's singing because everyone knows that song. Um, I don't know. That's something I thought would be that sounds fun. That seems cool. It seems like an entertaining thing, and I love entertaining. So we're working on it. And it's really the only song I know. I know like four chords on the guitar, and I could learn more, but we're just doing as we do. And then yeah, that's about it. Um, Come on, might be more. Oh, speaking of confidence, my confidence is so high now. I'm doing things I've never done before, or I wanted to do and wouldn't. Like I would have never like. I post them on trial reels, which is different because it doesn't go to your followers. But I've been posting stupid skits, with Ashton and stuff on my Instagram. I like download it. I'll make them download Instagram, post and delete it because I'm still not really like on Instagram. Trying not to be on any social media. I've been tweeting stuff out since the beginning of the year, just super dumb tweets, like just like not caring what other people think. Like everyone else is an NPC besides me. Like the only people I really care about is my family, and close friends. And it's like besides that, like why do I take? I think like a big confidence issue previously was for me like caring too much what other people thought. And I think that's like part of like the OCD in me, or like the anxiety. It's just been those moments where like I put too much equity into it. You know what I mean? Like I just think too much about it. Like no one thinks as much as me. Like Gary Vee came to the office the other day. Him and I were like chatting or whatever, and then he's on live stream and he's talking about this VeeFriends thing, and I did the most embarrassing thing ever. To me, I did the most embarrassing thing ever, but no one else cared after the moment was done. But he's talking about like he has VeeFriends, which is like this IP he's building out. I actually almost got the job. I decided not to, but I just almost worked for him for them. And he wants it to be like the next Disney Marvel. And he's talking about, oh, like I have these VeeFriends, blah blah blah. And he's like, some guy is talking his name in chat because he's streaming with us. The guy's name is like Snake in My Boot, which is like from Toy Story. And I don't know what made me do this. Like I don't understand the play, but it was like he was talking about it and stuff, and like he's like, oh, I might name my next VeeFriend after that, and I just say out loud, like, we know where that's from, right? Obviously, like it's from Toy, like, and all of them, like, there's like six of people, three streamers, Gary V, our CEO, his team, and they all like look at me, and Gary goes, that's why I'm fucking thinking of naming it, Kale. Or like he doesn't say my name, but that's why I'm fucking. It was so funny, embarrassing. I'm getting red in the face now. But then no one thought about it afterwards. So anyway, long story short is I thought about that moment for the next like 24 hours. I was like, that's like awkward. No one's thinking about it now. I still have it as a memory, but no one else will think about it. So anyway, that's that. Things are going well. We're moving in the right direction. We're cooking. We're really cooking. Confidence is up. I think just the next thing is like getting a lady friend, which would be sick. Which would be sick. But you never know. You never know, as in I might be single for the rest of my life. But I hope not. But okay. That's that. It seemed like a pretty good one. So thanks for listening. Drake's new albums are fun. They're really good, actually. Been loving music, been listening to a bunch of music, and that's that. So, call your parents, tell them you love them, text your friends, tell them you miss them. Peace.